This is Keith Neal, your creative saint for Keith Neal Creativity. And today I am gonna just show you what I've been doing with tiles and get to a point of inviting you to do the same with me. So this would just be that initial kickoff, if you will, of inking tiles with me. And you'll find out that it is pretty affordable and it's really not that hard to do. I pretty much just go organic and just completely go in a creative mode and just lay those inks down. And so I'll show you. I'm going to flip the screen and then you can see what I've been doing today. All right, I'm going to flip the screen right now. This is Keith Neal, your creative saint, Keith Neal Creativity. I flipped the screen here and I want to show you what I did. And I know what we're going to do is I'm going to go through how to do that. And so that eventually we're going to get to a point where you can go ink along with me. Just wanted to kind of create another feature here. So I did have the sketch with me, and I think ink with me would be kind of fun too. Just gonna roll up these sleeves. I should have put them on before I put the gloves on. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I use. They're really not too expensive. They're about $25. I think last time I checked, they're $25. And they look like this, just like individual little bottles. And you'd be amazed, you can get a lot out of these. This one's, for the most part, I'm pretty sure it's pretty full. So we may go purple on this one. So what I'm gonna do is, let's lift this one off. I'm just gonna show it to you a little bit closer. It's really, I love what it did, how it turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. I'm just gonna leave it here for a reference for myself. And then I'm gonna grab the other tile. There it is. And I'll show you what I do with it. So these tiles, individual tiles, you can get a huge box of this for like 11 cents a piece. I think it comes down to like $11 total with how many tile you will get. I'm just gonna move this over just a little bit more. And I am gonna just dust this off a bit. Usually what I run into with these tiles is there's powder dust on there. And then that can end up causing some interesting looks to the finished product. But sometimes it works out in a really cool way, like it did in this one here. I think there was some dust on there. It just really turned out neat. I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start pulling out my colors. Okay, so we've got, I don't know if I'm gonna use that pink. I'm gonna play with some purples if I can. Maybe some red and purples. I'm gonna try and do something similar to this, just so you can kind of get an idea of how that could work for you. That's a navy blue. That's a magenta. Violet. I almost said a different word. Okay, I kind of flopped around a little bit. Okay, so let's get started on this. So what I normally do is I just take this, and this is another thing too, that I always get amazed by thinking I'm going to run out of this stuff, and I don't. It just keeps coming. Oops. That's what I was kind of concerned about. Is wearing the same gloves if I was going to smudge the tile, and there I did. It's okay though. It's not like it's going to do anything to overwhelm it, I don't think. Okay, so we got that well covered there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying down what I think is the colors I want to utilize. So what I did with this other one is I laid down a darker color. So I'm going to use violet. So use like a nice darker color and just kind of like ran it down like this. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is then run this color on top. Okay. And then what I did with this, and this is, you know, I don't recommend that you do exactly what I'm doing, but you just kind of get in an idea of what you want to do. Is I'm just going to kind of run this back and forth like this a little bit. And it's similar to like paint pouring, where it's not always going to turn out the same way. Okay, let's see, what colors am I looking for here? That's a rosehip. I don't want pink. I could use fuchsia maybe. Let's go ahead and try some fuchsia. And what I did is I just kind of started like that. All right. And then what I'm going to do is supplement it with this rose hip. That looks fantastic. Okay. I want to put a ground in, so I'm actually going to use a different color. So I'm going to use Orchid. What I'm going to try and do is keep it from running into what I've already established. Okay. Looks pretty, it looks very different. It looks interesting though. Looks very different from the brown that I just laid down. So, so that's kind of an idea. If that's something you feel you can do, you know, you want to get these type of, because I wouldn't recommend buying like the most expensive of these, but just go ahead and do, you know, pick one of these up. It's like 25 bucks. I got it off of Amazon. Once I formally get myself trained in this, then I would get the, you know, the more expensive, like what I call the Andronic, I think is what it's called. Let's see, what color was I using? Let's go ahead and I want to just try and reestablish the circle. There we go. And it's kind of like taking on almost a celestial look to it. It's really cool. So if that's something you think, you go, hey, that would be great. I really want to do that. Definitely go and get the tiles that you need. You know, them at a hardware store. And then on Amazon, you can go to this and pick up one of these. I can put a link in here too, so you could make it easy for you, so you could find it. But that's what I do. I just love making these. They're a lot of fun. And then I do a little bit of marker work on them on top of what I do here. Thanks for watching. And I'll be making this a regular feature of Ink with me going forward. All right. Talk to you soon.